go out. We're having a rest day today, but we're not having a rest day because we've got to get organised for tomorrow.
There you go.
We haven't done one like this for some time because normally we're just too busy. But this is the day before Grafton. So this is the day before we go racing. And what we're trying to do is actually show you some of the ridiculousness that goes on. Now, you're probably getting a lot of wind distortion at the moment, which could be interesting tomorrow. Maybe there's not going to be any wind distortion, I don't know. But it is windy, which could play out tomorrow. So this is a point-to-point race tomorrow, which means we've got to get all the food right. He's got to get all the car and transport stuff right. We've got to get the bikes right. We've got to fit a bike ride in. The boys are still coming up, so we're trying to get all that logistics sorted. I don't know, there's no plan. You're just coming along.
We're having an easy day today, but
it's an easy day.
I've got so much goo in my hair that it's not blowing in the wind.
So I look good?
Got it now. Good. Alright, let's go. Now Grafton's special for a lot of reasons, but of course the main reason it's really special, she comes along. Aww. Yes, got points for that. Alright, we're going for a ride. There's a lot of wind out here.
Right, let's do a coffee bet.
Hey?
Coffee bet.
Coffee bet on how long the race will be tomorrow. Winner's time. What time are you going to do, Angus? What's the winner's time?
6:14.
5:59.
6:09.
Young Mr. Bo's bowl cooked waffles and pancakes. Blueberry waffles, extraordinary. Blueberry waffles, a little bit of strawberry jam in between. Hopefully we'll have these in the musettes tomorrow. Hopefully.
Hug the back right-hand side of the car. So if you sat in that right-hand side, you're going to be completely out of the wind, if that makes sense.
Grafton to Inverell, it's a good justification to just go bulk carb eating. So this morning we ran blueberry pancakes and waffles. For lunch today we're going to go peri chicken wraps and also Turkish rolls, eggplant, tomato, chili sauce, broccoli for a bit of health. And yeah, I guess it's just bulk eating day because we're going to be doing bulk kilometers tomorrow. So time to hook in.
Grafton, the race itself, is on a Saturday, and a lot of us have come up on the Thursday or the Friday, which realistically means having taken a couple of days off work. The question that I am asked all the time is, Chris, you're racing a lot. What happens if you crash? It is genuinely a question that I think a lot about. The insurance side of it and income protection. Through Cycling Australia, let's say you're on about $80,000 a year. You're entitled to approximately $500 a week for 12 months. Whereas the fact is, Dan's coverage is over double that per week. But here's the thing, it lasts until you are 70. crazy thing here, and this is the one that really blows my mind, is, you know, on that $80,000 thing, you're looking at a monthly expense of around $70. I bet you your bike, you're paying more for your bike insurance than you would actually be paying for your own insurance. Look, Danny's a cyclist. He gets us. He sponsors bike teams. He races in races. He understands what happens. It is worthwhile. It's no skin off your own collarbone to go and actually get in contact with him. We did, and we use it.
I'm a big fan of Heinrich Hausler. I would say he's probably the #1 on my list. Just the way he's grown up through the sport. He's taken the bull by the horns in the way that he did it. He wasn't really gifted anything in his life. He moved to Germany at a very young age, didn't speak the language or anything like that.
My cycling hero would have to be Peter Sagan. He's just, I reckon, the best rider. Funny guy, kind of just wins a lot of big races.
Miguel Landa, definitely. Recently, I sort of looked to as you know, real aspirational rider.
It's Caleb Ewan, just the way he sprints and how tactically pronounced he is with the way he can work his way through a bunch and how aggressive he is.
Cycling hero is Robbie McEwen. So when I was a kid, he was the one that was killing it overseas, and being more of a sprinter myself, I always looked up to him, and yeah, he was the one that I spent late nights up watching at the Tour de France when I was getting into the sport.
So my cycling hero is probably Richie Porte. I know that's probably an expected answer, but as I was sort of coming into cycling, his career was just starting to pick up. I've met him a couple of times and think he's a great guy. And yeah, I just really like what he's doing and think he's really got a shot this year.
Marco Pantani, I think, just because of his aggressive racing and how he came back from his crash and had that leg issue. And
it's a bit boring, but Peter Sagan, a bit boring because he's probably a lot of people's, but I like him because he's not boring. He's exciting the way he races.
Look, how are you? You well? It's good. Bizarrely and quite scarily, my wife's uncle, who got me into this sport in the first place, he was formerly a second rower in Ireland, turned into a pretty damn decent cyclist, got me on a road bike for the first time in Ireland, and never looked back.
I think we could have a normal race tomorrow where the peloton lets a breakaway of 6 to 8 guys go, lets them get an advantage, knowing that they're going to bring them back as the race is going to go on. With the headwind, with how tough the race is going to be, with possible crosswinds at points, I think that that's a real possibility. I do think that we want some representation in it. I'd like for one of our guys that thinks that they've got a good chance in the overall to put their hand up and say, you know what, I want to have a crack at that breakaway. Maybe go for KOM points. I want to go for sprint points and, you know, get myself on the results sheet at some point. We have that option of we've got one really strong guy in the breakaway, possibly, who can, if that breakaway does stay away, can contest.
this place for my songa.
Okay.
Up here.
Yeah. Right.